Good morning, brothers and sisters. We carry on with Heavenly Tribe, Hoondok, and carry on with chapter 2. Heavenly Parents Ideal created the world. Section 4. True Parents who have completed the purpose of creation, the meaning of true parents. True Parents' words. God conceived the term true parents in his mind before the creation. God's intention and purpose went beyond perfecting the vertical subject-object relationship with human beings in love. After perfecting vertical love, he wanted Adam and Eve to bear the fruit of their horizontal love. That moment was to be the very moment when the internal parent God and the external parent Adam and Eve will achieve the ideal of love in complete union. The incorporeal parent, through the form of Adam and Eve, will have become the eternal parent in this corporeal world. At that moment, Adam and Eve will have become the true parents and true ancestors of humankind. God is the root of love, life, and lineage, and the root of the kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven. On the day of Adam and Eve's wedding, God will enter their mind and inspire them with love that will bring them together as one. Originally, God was the vertical true parent, and Adam and Eve were to be our horizontal true parent. At the time of our birth, we will be given flesh and blood from both our vertical and horizontal parents. Hence, our mind will be our vertical self and the body our horizontal self. At the time of our marriage, we will create a realm where we are united with God in love. When we attain mind and body unity with God as loving couples, God's sons and daughters will be born. Sharing thoughts. One day an angel came down from heaven and looked for 3 things that were of the utmost beauty. Traveling here and there, looking for the most beautiful thing, the angel first found flowers and placed them in the basket. Then he chose the happy laugh of a pretty child. And finally, he chose the love of parents as the most beautiful thing. The angel placed these 3 things in the basket and after some time returned back up to heaven. But the flowers had wilted and become ugly. The laugh of the child has turned into an adult's laugh and lost its innocent sounds, no longer sounding beautiful. But that which was eternal, unchanging, both on earth and in heaven, was the love of parents. This is why love of parents, which resembles the love of heavenly parent, has been handed down until now as the greatest value on earth. It is said that young children are not conscious of the love of their parents until they grow up and become parents themselves. At that time, they feel the grace of their parents and practice love. How did you feel about the above fable? The greatest love is the unchanging love that Heavenly Parent has towards humankind, and the two parents are the ones who have come bearing the unchanging love of Heavenly Parents in His stead. Adam and Eve lived in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were the most precious gift of Heavenly Parents. Also, Adam and Eve were to become the first true parents of all humankind. However, because Adam and Eve disobeyed Heavenly Parents' command and ate of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, they were cast out of the Garden of Eden by Heavenly Parent. The true ancestor of humankind that Heavenly Parent earnestly desired were Adam and Eve, who were supposed to become the true parents of all humankind. Humankind was supposed to be born of their blood lineage, but instead humankind inherited the seed of Satan's false love and false life. What does humankind, which has inherited the state of forced love and forced life, need the most? Humankind needs two parents who are like Adam and Eve prior to the fall, to come again. In other words, people who could inherit the heart, the blood lineage, and the creation of heavenly parents are the true parents who must return. Such a son should come and connect with true love and inherit original life. Unless that happens, we cannot be a part of the true parents' blood lineage. Then what does the phrase true parents mean? It is when the incorporeal heavenly parent reside in the love of corporeal Adam and Eve and use their bodies to become the parents of humankind. It means the love of heavenly parent become one with the love of humankind, and the parents give birth to children of true love, true life, and true lineage of heavenly parent. If this happens, all the descendants connected to the position of the true parents become part of the direct line of descent of heavenly parent. Through the true parents, heavenly parent and humankind share the affection of parent and child and can live as one body. The ultimate desire of heavenly parents is to find a way to make a fundamental start again. That is the fulfillment of true parents. The word true parents are truly amazing words. Though there were many saints and sages in history who sought the truth and strived to live righteous lives, there was no one who could grasp the concept of true parent. This is because people had fallen into ignorance through the fall of the first ancestor and have lived as the children of false parents. The Family Federation calls Myung Moon and Hak Ja Han the true parents. It means they are the ones who enable us to be saved and reborn through love and the word. Now, through the lives of the couples, Myung Moon and Hak Ja Han, who are the manifestation of the true parents, we have become able to experience the value and significance of the true parents. Now, what task lies ahead of us? It is to receive the blessing from true parents and to live our lives as true parents ourselves. We should experience the love of Heavenly Parent when sharing true love with our spouse, perfect our conjugal love, and create a true family in which Heavenly Parent will like to dwell. This is not impossible. True parents already have show us what a model life is. We just have to practice that model life as it was lived. Even before the creation, Heavenly Parents hoped for true parents. We should fulfill that hope for Heavenly Parent. Points of contemplation. Contemplate deeply why the hope of Heavenly Parents was the true parents. Think about the significance of true parents and discuss what we should do to live lives resembling those of true parents. Thank you, Heavenly Mom and Dad, for such a deep message. We are so grateful for our true parents, and we have here deep contemplation points. And we remember that true Father said that even God, He cannot experience love by Himself. We need an object partner. So the hope of Heavenly Mom and Dad was to have His own family. That's why the true parents encapsulate the deepest dream and desire of Heavenly Mom and Dad to become substantial on this earth. Yeah, this is my personal understanding and point of view, my brother and sister, and I let you enjoy this task and have your own contemplation regarding this beautiful message received from our beloved parents. Yeah, I wish you a great, wonderful day. Bye.